The other parts of 21st century cures that I think are really important are information blocking. So the information blocking law that basically said to providers and to vendors, to EHR vendors, that your default should be to share information, assuming that it's happening under appropriate permissions related to HIPAA and any other regulatory constraints that might exist in the market. But subject to those, that the default should be that you're sharing information. And it identified a certain number, I think it was 7 exceptions that you could claim for not sharing information if it's being requested by another authorized party. But that really flips a little bit of the conversation. As you were describing with your experience with St. Joe's, it was asking to share information with another organization and they say, no, I don't want to do it. Now that kind of flips the equation to say they have to have a reason essentially to say why they wouldn't do it, where the answer should be yes right away. And so information blocking is really important. It's important for the providers as well as importantly for the EHR vendors because there's real penalties associated with it that could be enforced. So that's a really important part of this. It's a policy framework that applies nationwide. There is a draft rule right now that's about to be released. It could get released actually today or tomorrow that could delay the deadlines for information blocking, which I think would be disheartening to some of us. But on the other hand, we are in a national crisis, I think, a global crisis. So I think it's certainly fair to think that in a global crisis, it probably makes sense to give a little bit more time to some of these things, given that provider organizations in particular have a lot of other things that they're trying to focus on right now.